In today's session, I will speak to you about how we begin taking back the masculine, physical superiority, logical superiority, innovative superiority, and mentoring superiority that men once owned and is a quality that initially and innately belongs to men. The man's bones and body and mind have been constructed in an extremely powerful way. That's what keeps the Homo sapien male at the top of the food chain. So let's talk about the two minor traits you need to begin repeating constantly, and then you break loose from this fear of being a man, of acting like a warrior, and the beast in that beauty's life. So number one, the simple trait of instilling or reinstilling masculinity within you without the fear of being shamed is be proud to be who you were born as. You were born black, you were born brown, or Jewish, or Muslim, or a man, or a woman, or intersex. If that's what you are, then proudly identify as it and fulfill all the biological traits that came along with your type. If you were born a man, then go all in and resonate what your race was sent here for. Be a beast. If you are born black, if you are a Jew, if you are white, if you are Christian, if you are Muslim, go all in and resonate what your type resonates. Maybe your kind is the one sent here to stand up against oppression. Maybe your race was sent here to be victorious through peace. Maybe your race was sent here to create balance and order. Contribute to what you were sent here for. Contribute to what your race, your gender was sent here for. I'm telling you, my friends, that here on earth, things have been divided and segregated for us for a reason. I'm not speaking about the man-made divisions like languages and borders and religions, which too is very imperative for the evolutionary system. But when it comes to race, gender, or age, the simplicity of colors or genetic traits or time give us the deep understanding of races and genders and age. These are all nature-made divisions. This is not an accident. This is deliberate by whatever force made it happen. Because each type of species, each type of personality contributes greatly to certain things compared to other species. This is the reality. Because this is in the manual about life here on the most diverse rock of the cosmos. And so, to truly be able to execute your purpose for these 70 to 90 years here on earth, you must not only abide by but also contribute to your birth classification. Take pride in being strong, in being noble, in opening the door for everyone, in having a smile and being helpful and considerate. This is not just from a moral point of view, but even a scientific point of view. All these acts of nobility releases serotonin in the brain, the single most desired chemical to feel good about yourself, to feel elevated, and well, just pumped. Okay? So not just morally, but scientifically as well. Being noble is a great thing. And that's what they don't want. They don't want you to be noble. They don't want you to be elevated or confident until they need you to be that for them. Who is them? The forces that want to destroy masculinity for their own dark beliefs. Those forces could be sitting behind guarded government buildings, or those forces could be sitting inside your home. Anyone who tries to reduce masculine traits to toxicity, that's the one who is domesticating you, neutralizing you. So what's it going to be? Are you going to accept this as the norm and perhaps lose your sons to an estrogenical controlled environment? Or are you going to be concerned about the death of masculinity and address this issue with your friends, with your cousins, with your sons, or your brothers, or your brother-in-laws, or whoever is precious to you? Are you going to wake them up to smell the coffee? Are you going to smell the coffee yourself? Because the death of masculinity will leave the world widowed in an irreparable way. and you will be held accountable for this. So sit with this. Ask your people to sit with this. Okay? And number 2, change the way you feed your mind. Learn to feed your mind the right way. If you have children, if you have dogs or other pets, you know how to feed them with the right nutritions. If you've ever been on a date, you know how to feed her confidence and ego. If you're following a content creator that you like, you know how to look for the right feeds and leave the right feedback. So you know all this about feeding so well. Now feed your mind well as well. What you feed your mind is the result you will achieve. Expose yourself to good stuff, the moral stuff, the noble stuff. Be a wise thinker, a clever man. Play chess. Engage in constructive wordplay. Don't be the sheep in the herd. Be the lion on the mountaintop who sees everything and understands where to interfere and where to just sit back and enjoy the breeze through his mane as he watches the drama of the world. Educate your mind and let your decisions take off from there. Don't make decisions before being educated completely on the topic. Remember that decisions and judgments should be your last form of attack or defense in a situation in which you feel the conversation or the relation has no substance. If you want to be ethical, then learn ethics and spirituality. If you want to be rich, then study investments and money. If you want to be a good man or a good husband, study the opposite gender. If you want to indulge in masculine shaming, then first study the effects that society will go through with weak men or no men at all. Okay? So before picking a side in anything in life, use the DNA code that has been set in you from the beginning of time, and that is to be logical. Look around, observe, fully understand the situation, and then and only then make a logical commitment, make a logical decision. The power of searching for the truth, for reading between the lines, and for understanding things as they're truly supposed to be, rather than the way they have been staged for your eyes and mind. These are all your traits and responsibilities, having been born a Homo sapien male. If you be persistent and follow my advice genuinely and the advice of other coaches and practitioners, then I promise you, you will begin having a more confident and a more fulfilling life. Whether you are a man, a woman, or anything in between or beyond, let me tell you that it's not easy to change your views. It's not easy to voice your views. It's not easy to stand up against shaming, but it's worth it. If I was to sum up a man's and a woman's purpose of existence here on earth, if I was to sum up a man's and a woman's responsibilities within a relationship, if I was to sum up all this in one line, then this would be it. A man is required to rotate the world, while a woman is required to expand the world. Exploration versus elevation. It's time to understand how they're different, and it's time to understand how they need to work together to bring the best for humanity. It's time to come together and realize that many, many men out there need you to beast up and represent them until they themselves are ready to beast up and admit the reality that they were living in. Okay? Be safe, be positive, and keep standing up in the face of immorality and adversity.